What's up, everybody? It's got a quick word coming from the Bible, coming from Proverbs chapter 17, verse 14. It says, the beginning of strife. So the starting point, the beginning of strife is as when one lets out water. Therefore, leave off contention before it be meddled with. So it says the beginning of strife is when one lets out water. So you know how when you get into it with somebody, then you go on about your day and you're trying to hold it in, you're trying to hold it in, but instead of releasing this tension to God, you just talk a little bit about it, right? Maybe make a little side comment, throw some shade, whatever it may be. You just let out a little bit of water. In the Amplified, it actually reads, it says, as from a small break in a dam, first it trickles. So at first, just a little bit. Like I said, just a little shade, just a little side comments. But by lunch, you talking about the whole thing. You gossiping, you talking down on the person, most likely only giving one side, not talking about what bad you did or your portion of it. But it says first it trickles and then it gushes. So now by lunch again, you're just talking about it to everybody. Now it went from between you and said person and God. Now it's between you and everybody in the office, right? Then it says that it tells us to leave off contention before it be meddled with, before tempers flare. Let go of this situation. God forbid what you talking about gets back to the person. You get back to them and they find out you've been talking about them. Now we got a fire. Now the dam breaks and now we're causing a flood through the city, a flood through our relationship. When all we had to do was let go of the anger, let go of the strife. When we get into these problems, go to God first and let that be the only person you go to. Let him be the only one you go to let go of the strife, to let go of the anger. And it says this is at the beginning. So think back. Think back to the times that this has happened to you and find and pinpoint the moment where the strife began. Find that moment where, or analyze that moment and pinpoint the signs, pinpoint the moments that caused you to get angry and you began to talk about it. Right. So now in the future, you know what that looks like. You begin to recognize those signs and you begin to work that out of your spirit in that moment versus in the office, at school, at work, at the family gathering, in the messages, or worse, on social media. Let go of the strife. Let go of the anger. Give it to God. Keep him in all situations of your life. Thank you. God bless.